Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you in this video how you play a battle round. There are 9 battle rounds in the game. There's this battle round marker, and each time you finish a battle round, or start a battle round, you put the marker on it, because the game ends on 9 battle rounds. Whoever's got controls or has won the most gold coins at that point in time has won the game. So let's just quickly play orange hands, just speed things up. I won't play it in full, but we've got our action markers, we've got some terrain. This terrain can be purchased or won. In this case it was won. So in terms of laying the terrain, you can't just put it anywhere on the board. It's got to be either somewhere where your forces occupy a segment, or it can be adjacent to any terrain network that you control. So here there's a boat for the orange forces on this river, so you could place this terrain there or there or there or there. Let's place it there, for example. And there's effectively a red disc on there, but you could immediately move the boat there and pick up a battle card and play it. This card, you would win a truck and a soldier, which you would place in that location, and we would move this mech 1, and because this mech is controlled, this mech can choose where it moves. And then you do the same placing other segments. You can spend money at any time during the battle round. You can't carry more than 45,000 through to the next battle round. You've got to spend it. We've got 60,000 here, so we could spend 50,000 of it on a tank, which you can purchase for any of your existing forces. So you could give that tank to this soldier. And then we've got one move. Previous video we started off with 3 move tokens. We've used 2 of them. We could use the third one up to move, I don't know, this tank here, for example, and then pick up another battle card. This particular army had 3 move a boat movement cards, so we could also one at a time move this boat 3 times, picking up battle cards. And then we can purchase either 1 road or 1 river. It costs 10,000, and to purchase a piece of terrain you can only buy 1 road or 1 river per battle round. We have 10,000, so we could maybe buy a piece of road, which again has to be placed somewhere where you occupy. So all the tokens are used up, and if the blue army plays at the same time and also uses up all of his tokens, then it's time for the end of the battle round, which is when the attacks occur. So I'll do a separate video on the attacks. In terrain wars, players basically play at the same time, but the reason for the priority marker is if there's any sort of disagreement in terms of who can go first to enter a particular segment or anything like that, then in terms of any disagreement, you just the priority marker applies and you take it in turns to play your moves, starting with the player with the priority marker. So I'll do attacks separately, but the end of the battle round would be attacks, and then we would move the battle round marker to battle round number 2, and we would start the second battle round. And at the start of each battle round, this card details what you do. We would set priority, so we would give the priority marker to the other player. We would move the battle round counter, which I just showed you, to battle round number 2. In 2-player game, we would deal 2 movement cards face up to each player. And remember, you can exchange them for these tokens if appropriate. Each player gets 2 gun cards dealt secretly, £40,000. They also get 3 reinforcements to be placed at the start of the next battle round, and those reinforcements can be placed anywhere where you have existing soldiers. You get hospital moves, so any soldiers, we've got a couple of soldiers here in hospital number 1, so they've recovered a bit. Beginning of a new battle round, they can move to H2. And then at the start of the battle round after that, they can move to base, and then they're back in the game, and they can move onto the board. So your hospital soldiers move forwards. I don't remember from a previous video, but the blue army had a hospital boost card. If you've got soldiers on H2, they can be boosted onto the base at any time using that card. Reset the action markers. So all the action markers in the pot, put them back on the table so you know that you've got your 3 moves again, and you're ready to start playing battle round number 2.